Now let's transition into a little bit of Q&A with our panel of speakers here. And first of all, of course, I want to direct some questions to David Johnson, who's the brains behind this whole great community. And I love this, we did it. I love this from that video. It's just great. I wish I was there 30 years ago when this happened. But David, first question, what was your original vision for Bay Harbor in one or two sentences, if you can make it that short?
Our original,
You're live. You're live.
our original vision was generational family community, integrating the nautical center of the Great Lakes and golf, and a truly master plan community that doesn't have the absorption rate of Florida or Arizona. So we'd have 30 neighborhoods and save the great ones till the end.
I love that. Speaking of which, how does the Village Heights at Bay Harbor fit into that vision of being a part of the greater community, as well as, you know, the Upper East Village, the property that we're talking about today, originally was zoned commercial. And so at what point did you realize that this property might be better suited for condominium living than commercial?
Well, it's still zone commercial. And we realized that it really wasn't just about the money. We got an offer for a multi-pump gas station and then a fast foods at the front entrance, and said, this is really not what we want Bay Harbor to look like and as you enter, feel like, and so let's finish it with great housing that's accessible to the Great Lakes Center for the Arts, the village, the restaurants, and
The rest is history.
the rest is history.
So, David, did you plan on for Bay Harbor to be a golf cart community, and how did the gem car emerge as, you know, a central way of transportation around this great community?
So I went around to all developments that had been built that were 30 years old or more, and they're Ocean Reef and Casa de Campo in the Dominican Republic, and they were all having golf cart problems, and they were rolling them over. So we said we need roll bars, a windshield, and seat belts. And so we found a company that had built 6 two-seater gem cars in the world that had all the ingredients. And I said, I'll buy one. And then I said, I need 4-seater. They said, we don't make a 4-seater. I said, I'll buy 6. They said, we don't make a 4-seater. I said, I'll buy 10. We don't make a 4-seater. I'll buy 20. Okay, we'll make a 4-seater. And then Tom Stallkamp, who was chairman of Chrysler, bought GEM, and it was run by my great friend Larry Oswald, who we built an unbelievable relationship with, and his wife Kathy.
You know, I don't have this in my notes, but off topic here, as a car dealer, I had Dodge and Jeep dealer. I had an opportunity to become a gem car dealer. It's one of those mistakes that I made. I didn't become a gem car dealer in Holland, Michigan. But
Yeah, I didn't know that.
you didn't. So
It was Chrysler's only profitable division
right,
when they went bankrupt.
I can vouch for that.
And I got the Visionary Award for creating the neighborhood electric vehicle.
And you set a Guinness Book of World Record, didn't you?
We did. We set the first Guinness Book World Record. Now, let me tell you what it's like to hold 225 A personality in a parking lot while everybody wants to get the dinner and drinks, and Guinness has to record their driver's license and vehicle number. So I got a couple of cases of wine, stood out in the parking lot, and said, nobody's leaving until we get the record.
Always the creative one, David Johnson. David, how much were you personally involved in the vision, design, and feel of Village Heights at Bay Harbor?
A tremendous amount, as I am with all the details. And the vision was to take what had gone on in the Cliffs units, which started out at 250,000, rapidly went to 500, and today are 1.5 million. And they're 30 years old. And said, build them with today's standards and build them with glass so they maximize the sunsets and the views. And to your credit, your team, and Alex Bogart, my good friend since the beginning here, it worked.
Yeah, it sure did. And obviously, Alex will take us through what we can expect. And so, last question, David. It's been 30 years since homes and condominiums began to fill the beautiful 5-mile stretch of Little Traverse Bay on Lake Michigan. Village Heights at Bay Harbor may be the last condominium community added to Bay Harbor, if not certainly one of the last, along with Lakeview. And how does this make you feel in fulfilling your personal vision for Bay Harbor?
Makes me feel great because what finally did it was the Performing Arts Center has paid off. It's a 501c3. They just matched the funds for an endowment, got $2 million match for that. So they got $12 million endowment. And that really was the completion. And then let's make it feel great from the road all the way into the village, and we've done that.
Great. Well, thank you, David, for your input and certainly for your time. I mean, David invested an hour every week during the whole last summer in this process. And, frankly, for me personally, it was just a joy, and it learned a lot we all did.